Welcome to California. Stretching more than 1,300 kilometers along the west coast of the United States, it stands out with diverse landscapes from coastal cliffs and sequoia forests to deserts glowing orange at sunset. From Spanish mission stations to the gold rush of 1848, and Hollywood has made California a symbol of culture and creativity. This place both preserves its magnificent natural beauty and develops strongly in the field of technology, creating a distinctive identity that cannot be found anywhere else. Below are the remarkable destinations that California offers to visitors, each carrying its own unique beauty and value. San Francisco. Located in the northern part of the state of California, this city is situated on a peninsula extending into the Pacific Ocean, bordered by the San Francisco Bay to the east and directly facing the ocean to the west. This unique geographical position has turned it into an important trade gateway of the west coast of the United States. The terrain with more than 40 hills creates a multi-tiered urban structure, opening natural viewpoints overlooking the bay and major seaports. The deep water bay system has contributed to the formation of a maritime and commercial tradition lasting more than a century. Before Europeans set foot here, this area was inhabited by the indigenous Ohlone people. From the late 18th century, the Spanish built military forts and missions. After 1848, the gold rush accelerated a population boom and laid the foundation for the city's economic, financial role. Despite suffering heavy damage in the 1906 earthquake, the reconstruction process helped this place develop into a modern urban center of the United States. The cultural identity stands out for its diversity and spirit of freedom. Chinatown is the oldest Chinese quarter in North America, where traditional festivals such as Lunar New Year are organized on a large scale. The Mission District clearly reflects Latin American heritage through mural art and vibrant community life. The Castro District is known as a global symbol of the LGBTQ+ rights movement, reflecting its characteristic openness. Tourism is a key economic sector. Visitors can experience the historic cable car system, a means of transportation that has been operating since the 19th century. Visit Alcatraz Island, stroll at Fisherman's Wharf, or explore museums and theaters downtown. Local cuisine is famous for sourdough bread and fresh seafood from the Bay Area. Tourism infrastructure is well developed with San Francisco International Airport SFO, the BART network, high-end hotel systems, and large convention centers, ensuring the capacity to welcome millions of visitors each year. Leaving the vibrant rhythm by the bay, The journey opens among cliffs and valleys carved by time. Yosemite National Park. Belonging to the state of California, it stretches over more than 3,000 square kilometers on the western slope of the Sierra Nevada range. The landscape here was shaped over millions of years by geological activity and glaciation, creating sheer granite cliffs, U-shaped valleys, and one of the tallest waterfall systems in North America. Yosemite Valley is the center of the park, notable for El Capitan, a monolithic rock formation nearly 900 meters high, and Half Dome, a distinctive granite dome that has become an iconic symbol of the region. Before being preserved, this land was home to the Ahwahneechee people, a branch of the indigenous Miwok. They lived in harmony with nature, maintaining the ecosystem through controlled burning techniques and seasonal resource harvesting. In 1864, the Yosemite Grant Act was signed, marking a turning point in the history of nature conservation in the United States. By 1890, Yosemite officially became a national park, contributing to the formation of a conservation model that was widely applied later. Yosemite attracts millions of visitors each year thanks to the combination of spectacular scenery and diverse ecosystems. Spring is the time when waterfalls such as Yosemite Falls and Bridal Veil Fall reach their strongest flow due to snowmelt. Yosemite Falls alone, approximately 739 meters high, can reach peak flows of up to about 2,400 cubic feet per second during the period of strongest snowmelt. Summer is suitable for hiking and climbing, especially routes conquering Half Dome or climbing the face of El Capitan, a top destination for the international climbing community. Autumn and winter bring a quieter experience, along with opportunities for skiing at the Badger Pass area. Tourism infrastructure is systematically organized with an in-park bus system to reduce emissions, hiking trails classified by difficulty, information centers, indigenous cultural museums, and accommodations ranging from campsites to historic hotels such as the Ahwahnee. Ranger programs help visitors gain a deeper understanding of geology, flora and fauna, and conservation history. The balance between strict preservation and sustainable tourism development has made Yosemite one of the most visited national parks in the United States. If you had to choose one moment to preserve, which moment would you choose here? From the majestic high mountains, the road gradually descends toward the deep blue ocean on the horizon. Big Sur. Stretching approximately 140 kilometers along the central coast of California, this area lies between Carmel by the Sea and San Simeon, where the Santa Lucia Mountains descend steeply into the Pacific Ocean. The rugged terrain with sheer cliffs, steep slopes, and narrow beaches creates one of the most spectacular coastal landscapes in the United States. Highway 1 Pacific Coast Highway winds along the mountainside, crossing iconic bridges such as Bixby Creek Bridge, offering panoramic views of the deep blue ocean. Before the colonial period, this land was inhabited by the indigenous Esselen and Ohlone peoples. They adapted to the harsh terrain conditions, living based on marine resources and forest products. In the late 18th century, Spanish expeditions passed through but did not establish large settlements due to the difficult accessibility of the terrain. It was not until 1937, when the coastal highway was completed, that the area truly opened to trade and tourism. From the mid-20th century, many writers and artists came seeking inspiration, including Jack Kerouac. The isolated and tranquil setting contributed to shaping the image of a land of freedom, separated from the rhythm of modern urban life. Tourism has developed in a way that preserves the natural landscape. Parks such as Pfeiffer Big Sur State Park and Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park attract visitors with ancient redwood forests and McWay Falls cascading directly onto the beach. Popular activities include hiking, camping, offshore whale watching, and landscape photography. Infrastructure is strictly controlled with eco-lodges, small inns, and campsites integrated into the natural environment. Limiting large-scale construction helps protect the coastal ecosystem while maintaining the appeal of one of the most beautiful scenic routes in America. After the wind-swept coastal roads, a proud structure rises amid the mist waiting ahead. Golden Gate Bridge. Spanning the Golden Gate Strait, the gateway connecting San Francisco Bay with the Pacific Ocean, this structure links the city of San Francisco with Marin County to the north. Construction began in 1933 and was completed in 1937 during the period when the United States was still affected by the Great Depression. With a total length of approximately 2,737 meters and a main span of 1,280 meters, it was once the longest suspension bridge in the world at the time of its inauguration. And the project was led by engineer Joseph Strauss, featuring a distinctive Art Deco style and the international orange paint color to enhance visibility in dense fog conditions. Before the bridge appeared, transportation between the two shores depended entirely on ferries, causing many limitations for economic development and population expansion. The birth of the bridge changed the transportation structure of the Bay Area, promoting commercial connections and forming an interconnected urban network around the San Francisco Bay Area. It is considered an important engineering milestone of the 20th century, demonstrating design and construction capabilities under complex geological and hydrological conditions. The image of the bridge gradually became a familiar symbol in cinema, photography, and promotional campaigns of the state of California. Its graceful architecture combined with its unique geographical location creates an impressive backdrop for the city skyline and the vast waters below. Visitors can walk or cycle on the dedicated pathway to observe the suspension cable structure and the panoramic view of the bay. Would you like to experience this place in a gentle way or in a more challenging way? Leaving the traffic rhythm that connects the two shores, the journey leads into the quiet space of an ancient forest. General Sherman Tree. Located in the giant forest within Sequoia National Park, California, at an elevation of approximately 2,100 meters on the western slope of the Sierra Nevada range. It is the tree with the largest trunk volume in the world among living trees, about 83 meters tall and estimated to be over 2,000 years old. The giant sequoia species grows in weathered granite soil conditions, snowy winters, and the characteristic coniferous forest ecosystem of the high mountains of California. The attraction for visitors lies not only in its impressive size, but also in the experience of approaching the tree through a reasonably designed trail system. Wooden walkways and stairways lead down to the giant forest area, allowing visitors to observe the massive trunk from multiple angles. Information panels along the route introduce growth mechanisms, the role of natural wildfires in stimulating seed germination, and how the park manages the ecosystem to conserve the sequoia population. The surrounding area has become the main visitor center of Sequoia National Park. The Giant Forest Museum provides scientific information, conservation history, and organizes ranger-led interpretation programs. In spring and summer, visitor numbers increase significantly thanks to favorable weather for hiking and exploring the ancient forest. Winter brings a different experience with snowshoeing and photographing snow-covered landscapes. General Sherman Tree has become an important highlight in the journey to explore the Sierra Nevada, where visitors not only admire a remarkable biological specimen, but also approach a tourism model associated with sustainable conservation. After the shadow of the 1,000-year-old giant tree, the sound of cascading water echoes across the plateau, opening a different landscape. Burney Falls. Located in MacArthur, Burney Falls Memorial State Park in Shasta County, Northern California, not far from Mount Shasta volcano. The waterfall is about 39 meters high, cascading into a turquoise pool amid pine and fir forests. What makes this landscape different is not only its height, but the distinctive volcanic geological structure of the Modoc Plateau. Water not only flows from the top of the falls, but also seeps from the porous basalt rock crevices behind the cliff, forming hundreds of small streams like a white curtain year-round. This area is the traditional territory of the Pit River Akamawi indigenous people. They lived based on salmon resources and forest products, while considering natural water sources as sacred elements in their spiritual life. The park is named after the Burney family, the first settlers in the 19th century. In 1920, the state of California purchased the land for preservation, and today it has become one of the prominent stops on the Northern State tourism route. Tourism activities focus on close-to-nature experiences. Visitors can walk along the approximately 2 kilometers Burney Falls Loop Trail to observe the waterfall from multiple angles, especially the path leading down to the base of the falls where mist and light create small rainbows in the morning. Cuisine here is not urban in character, but associated with an outdoor-style camping, grilling outdoors, and enjoying local freshwater fish. The nearby town of Burney provides lodges, grocery stores, and basic services for visitors. The steady year-round water flow, even during the dry season, led President Theodore Roosevelt to once call Burney Falls the 8th wonder of the world. This place is attractive not only for its visual beauty, but also for its geological story and the long-standing relationship between humans and natural water sources. Do you think this place would be more suitable for nature lovers or cultural exploration enthusiasts? The journey gradually heads toward a brightly lit city under the night sky. Queen Mary. Currently permanently docked at the Port of Long Beach, California, about 40 kilometers south of downtown Los Angeles. The ship was launched in 1934 in Scotland and entered service in 1936 as one of the most luxurious ocean liners in the world on the transatlantic route. More than 310 meters long, designed in Art Deco style with finely carved wood, brass, and glass interiors, Queen Mary was once a symbol of high-end sea travel before the era of commercial aviation. During World War II, the ship was converted into a troop transport vessel with the nickname Grey Ghost, before being retired and brought to Long Beach in 1967 for preservation. Today, the ship has become a key attraction of this port city. Visitors can choose various forms of experience self-guided tours along fixed exhibition routes, guided tours recounting maritime history and the wartime period, or exploring the engine room, control room, and the spacious deck overlooking the Pacific Ocean. The Grand Salon Hall, ballroom, and first-class cabins are kept nearly original, allowing visitors to clearly feel the luxurious travel style of the 1930s. Queen Mary therefore becomes a stop that is both historical and able to meet the diverse experiential needs of modern visitors. The journey to explore the United States does not stop at beautiful frames or iconic structures, but is also an understanding of how a vast nation is shaped by geography, history, and diverse cultural flows. Each region is a different slice of the same map, where majestic nature goes hand in hand with modern urban life, where the past and the present exist within the same space. If you enjoy journeys that are both knowledge, rich, and deeply experiential like this, do not forget to press like and subscribe to the channel to continue accompanying the next destinations. Each trip is a story, and the journey is still continuing.